Hi guys, here Julio, and I will explain my YCS list from YCS Bologna and the top 8 with Ritual Beast. My principal idea is explain some tips that I did with the deck to rush this format. If I see that this video has interest, I will keep making videos in English, and maybe I can take back the streamings. Okay, let's talk about the list. First of all, I was thinking on 3 decks for Bologna. The first one was plants. I was talking with Julius that he finally didn't play plants. He was with the Mermail deck. And plants has some decent lines to play against everything. The problem is that I think that you need more time to learn correctly how to play that deck at the maximum level. The other deck was Centurion. I talked a little with Pac about the Centurion deck. I tested a lot, but I didn't feel confident because I think that that deck going first lose against 1 or 2 hunters so easily. And I had a OTS 1 mouse before to the Bologna, and I take the Ritual Beast deck. And when I see that this deck was still great in the current format, I was finding forms to play correctly around the new cards that were, for example, the Fugalos, make better plays around Droll, Purulia, and this is the list that I played. We are playing for monsters. This is a standard, the 3 Elder. Only one time this card got Imperm, was in round 2 against Ice Barrier. I did X2 in Swiss. I think that all my tournament was against fire decks. Instead, 1 Centurion, the 2 Castira Fiensmith variants that play in the Joshua's team. I play against Jack Verma in Top Cat and Daniel Harman. But the rest was just fire. 3 Laras. For Tamers, I play 1 Gwen, 1 Lara, and 1 Gwynda. I think that that's standard. Also for Spiritual Beast Monster, I'm playing the 3 Canhouse. If you start with only Canhouse, you can make great plays around Roll. You can just get 2 draws and still making Babushka pass with recovery against Fugalos. And it's only 1 draw against Purulia. Then we are playing the 3 Rampengu. Rampengu, we fixed the 1 card combo in the Ritual Beast group. Now you can make a better board with Protoss Fire, SP, and recovery, and that's I like it. I am playing 1 Apelio, and my favorite card of the deck, that is the Dolphin. I see a lot of people that cut this card. When you got a lot of disruptions, sometimes you need another level force. It helped to me in Top Cat to bounce Sangrira for the Castira, and also it's a great removal in general. For other monsters that are in Ritual Beast, I am playing the 1 Nemesis Flag and the 1 Protoss. In this case, I had another first turn board in case my opponent wasn't playing fire, but in general for this tournament the approach I think that was pretty similar, just Protoss for fire, skip 1 turn. In case your opponent wasn't playing fire, I think that the engine and disruptions that gets this deck still winning. For example, Ultra Ratari wins just Jubel, you're still having a pop, SP, Stitch, it's fine. And for Huntraps we are playing the 3D Shifter, the Turias Blossom because I expect a lot of players maining the Fugalos and maybe the Purulia. I think that the Sneak Pure version was more popular, but it surprised me that the people cut the Fire Pack or just played the Fire King one. That is the most deck that I played in Swiss. And for the last part, Fugalos. Fugalos is a card that helps to this deck to break boards because in general the people try to don't get a lot of draws to this deck, because half extender in this deck means that you can have a protection in graveyard to pass the princess or any kidney effect. This means that you have any breakers that we are playing, and also this card is a level force that going second we can special summon back with the cross ship. So we can summon back the cross ship, try to scale into access code, or make a rank force like the Banshee. to make the Protoss go in second and clear everything. I could put this back inside deck, maybe. For me, the card works decent. Also this deck, if you open Fugalos turn 1, you can make this approach that I think that is completely crazy. That is make Kimunfalcus Kanahaw at your trap card and pass turn. Your opponent will start with a single summon or summon a lot of monsters. You here activate the Stitch, pop 2 monsters, and when your opponent will try to summon a monster from the extra deck, you can tag out Kimunfalcus to summon 2 cards from the banish pile, tag out Kanahaw to summon 2 back from the banish pile, and here you use Fugalos. And your opponent needs to pass your board, having a Lara in graveyard to protect, Winda that prevents destruction. Only I do this in case my opponent asks me in my own turn. Or if I see that I have also another powerful cards to make the board. Or in case I draw double Fugalos, that is crazy. Also, if they let me go in first, you can make the same approach with Purulia, for example. For spells, I am playing, I think, a very standard ratio. I'm playing the 3 Italy. That's the best standard that has this deck. Start with 1 teleport and 1 Ritual Beast name, plays so well around Purulia. Then we are playing the 3 Inheritance, that is another great card to play around Purulia and other things. Also, I think that is a very good card to fix the bricks that you always open in your hand. 1 Callbite, that is just to prevent the Fugalos, and 1 Prosperity, that in this case I was playing inside deck the Floodgates approach, that I think is the best one in this deck. So it becomes better. And also, I am still playing some breakers, in case something is wrong with the first turn of my opponent, that are the Tooth of Eclipse. This is fine because it's like, are you playing a 3 targeting protection like Eclipse, like Veiler? Also this prevents for impermanence, and that ruler is a great card against the decks that has a lot of negates. You can prevent any Desirae plus Fenrir, also the Fiendsmith, the Jubel deck. And I also keep the third one. In general, the breaker approach is insane in this deck because you will Protoss and clear everything, so it doesn't matter at all. And Stitch for the last card. I am playing 41. In my last version, in the previous version, I was playing the third ruler in main deck and the 3 Eclipse, but I was breaking a lot with 43 cards in the main deck. For the extra deck, I am playing the 2 Ultra Ratari. This card is crazy for the green game. Also, a lot of people are starting to play the Castira card, so with Unicorn, this is safe. We are also playing for rank 4 another access code, the Kimunfalcus, Crosship. That is great if you have a lot of Ritual Beast names in hand and you start with SPT Lara plus a Kanahaw for Rampengu. You can make the Ultigaya Pelio with a lot of negates and then play safer. Little Knight and Link Spider to respect Nif. Also for the other monsters, we are playing the 2 Kanahaw, the 2 Nochu Draco, Apelio, and Ultigaya Pelio. For the Exits, I am playing the Banshee, that's standard in all the TCG Ritual Beast version, and this time I played Babushka. In case you get a draw and Lockbird, your table is still decent. You can make Ultra Ratari, get in the trap and SP, but if you put in your final board underdraw a Babushka, it's a pretty good board to prevent the Witch to get the Athamina cards. Also prevents the Fire Skin cards, and in general, when you start with any teleport or any monster, you can make this not getting draws with Purulia or getting just 2 draws against Fugalos. For the side deck, we are playing this time another rank force, because we are so fan of the rank force. 3 Purulia, that is a similar approach that the Fugalos, but in this case I don't want to have a lot of cards but going first. The people when see a Fugalos or Purulia resolve, try to make weird boards with a lot of recovery or disruption that generates when are destroyed, like the Fire King decks. So what was my approach with the side deck? I Fugalo, Shifter, Purulia or any card with second. In case my opponent makes a bad board, I Fissure going second, and that means that the Kirin doesn't will trigger. Also the Princess that they steal on board to destroy with the Arbata will go banish. The own Flambers. This is a crazy decision that I did to do going second and worked so well. Also I'm playing the third Dark Ruler in case I have to deal with the poor Snake Eye board. And I played the 2 Retaliating Thief. This card in theory was great. I play against fire a lot of times in the Swiss. The problem is that I didn't see this card in all the tournaments against fire decks, and only I draw it against Memento in my top 8, and wasn't enough to stop that case. Then we are playing for side deck the 3D Barrier, for respect the Tenpai decks, and one Tikabu and Skill Drain. In case I play against Tenpai, I have these 5 cards that are insane. In case I play against other decks like Fire King, I put the Skill Drain with the 3D Fissure. Why I prefer the Floodgates over play Trash with a lingering trap card skip turn? When you get stopped by any hand trap of your opponent, in general, you will keep any low monster attack, and he will deal with that. That what means that you only skip it, the principal combo, but for your next turn you don't will have a chance to try to combo again. But the Floodgates are so good for this game and gets infinite turns. Also the Fissure, I think that is the best choice that you can make actually, because a lot of people is playing Ogre, Troll, Baylor, and that counters all that strategies. In case I got Fugalos or Purulia and I'm still having like a Floodgate, Ash Blossom or Book of Eclipse, you can just pass turn. They can deal nothing around Fissure. The Fire King decks, what they does is make Nightmare Phoenix, discard one, and try to pop this, and they lose like 3 cards for a deal with a Fissure, and you can still have another from to disrupt it. That's all about the deck profile. I hope that you enjoyed. If you want to see me more times speaking and doing content in English, just put in the comments, like, subscribe, and that other things. See you in the next format. I am ready to challenge the Lancea. And that's all. See ya.